Welcome back to Miss Curtis's art class. Today we're going to have fun making a patterned snake. Okay, so I really like when we actually do this type of project because snakes have so many different sections to them that we can create a different pattern in each one. So what we're going to do first is we are going to make our frame and name. So I'd like you to hold your paper and make either a straight or a curvy line, your choice, going along the edge of your paper here. Take your time. Okay, and I'm going to have my paper today, and I'd like you to have your paper the same way in the landscape view here. And now I'm going to write Miss Curtis at the bottom right and your homeroom number. So I'll just put 217 here. Okay, so what you're gonna need today for your project is something to draw with. So I'm gonna be using my Sharpie so that you can see my lines nice and clear, and something to color with. And again, if you don't have coloring materials at home, you can always color your picture when you get back to school. So I'm going to use crayons today. Okay, so the first step that we're going to do is we are going to make a leaf-shaped head, or almost like a football looking shape. So I'm gonna start with making my head in this area of the paper, so kind of like the top right, and I'm gonna have the snake curving throughout the rest of the paper. So I'm going to start by making almost like a rainbow shape here, and then a U shape that connects down below. And again, this is a leaf shape or a football shape. So now we have the head. The next thing that you're going to do is you are going to create a wiggly line or a curvy line. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my writing utensil, which is a Sharpie marker here, and I am simply going to make a line that curves down. So I'm going to make this part a little longer for the neck, and then I'm going to go around and make a few curves for the body of the snake, and then just loop it along. So basically, I just want you to make a curvy line here for your snake. And then what you're going to do is you are going to add another wiggly line, but on this side, so we leave some space in between here. So I'm going to come back around and right back to the head. So now we have the snake's body, okay? So that was probably the most challenging part. So again, take your time. The next step that you're going to do is we're gonna add some details in the face of our snake. So I am going to make a little tongue that comes out, and it's like a V shape coming off right there for the tongue of the snake. The snake's eye is going to be closed, and it is simply going to be a U shape. And then I can also make a straight line here for a mouth for the snake, and a little line coming down right there. Now let's take our snake and section off our snake using straight lines, and then within these lines we're going to make patterns. So I'm going to start by making some straight lines that go throughout the snake. Okay, awesome. So we know a pattern is something that is repeated or repetitious, right? So what we're going to do is we are going to create different lines and shapes within these sections of our snake, and we are going to repeat them. So I am going to start with circles, and I am going to make a pattern of circles at the end of my snake near the tail. Okay, so now I have circles. Now if you wanted to make squares or do zigzag lines, you can do that. So now right here, I think I'll do zigzag lines. And again, a pattern is something that's repeated. So choose a pattern that you'd like to do within each section of your snake. And I'll make sure that some of examples are up here on the screen for you. Now I'm going to do triangles. Okay, so take your time choosing some patterns that you'd like to do. And then maybe in here I'll do hearts. And I'm sure you can come up with some really interesting designs for your snake. And then after, we are going to color in this snake of ours. You can also add a background if you'd like. Here I'm going to make just curvy lines. Okay, and now in this last one, I think I'll do some squares. Okay, so go ahead and make your snake have a really interesting pattern going throughout. All right, now I'm going to add some color to my snake here. So I'm going to start with orange, and I'm going to go through, and you can color in each area different if you'd like. So here I'm going to work on the circles, taking my time, and then color behind them. Okay, so I'll take my yellow, and I'm gonna speed this up for you so you can see how this snake turns out. And like I said, I'm really excited to see how your snakes come out. Okay, so that's how I decided to color in my snake here. And I gave my snake a blue head, which I really liked. Something else I wanted to point out is that you can also do a pattern with how you color in your sections. So here I did green, blue, green, blue, green, blue. And over here I did yellow, red, yellow, red. So that's something to consider as well. And I'm really excited to see how your patterned snakes come out.